Hey, my bad, y'all. Finale hit. Finale ended the whole line. Yo, I'm over here talking and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? Rob, finale ended the line, bro. Finale did it. He didn't even realize that he did it, bro. He said, "Oh shit, my bad." He said, they were all just about to come in. I said, "Fuck." He said, "My bad, fellas." He got a lot going on at work. Yeah, he got a lot going on at work. Oh, man. Hey, it's all good, bro. Oh shit! I'm sitting here talking and shit. Next thing you know, I look. It said live ended. I didn't even see the live thing no more. I said, "Oh shit, bro, ended the live." He said finale sabotaging. Oh man, it's all good. It's all good. I appreciate everybody go out back in though. 200 subs, y'all. I'm at 200, man. We need 3 more before the season starts, and we in the building. Law Dog ain't send me no Genty box. Had to shut it down. Oh shit. That's fucking funny, yo. That is so funny, yo. That shit funny, yo. You just so wait, there's still 2 channels up there. Is that finales? Yeah. Me and bro always gonna be streaming, yo. Like when I stream, he streams automatically. Finale got that Genty jersey. He can cancel anyone anytime. They run together route trying to gain channels. Yeah. But I heard when sugar water enters the bloodstream, stuff happens that you don't expect. yo, y'all gotta chill, man. Yo, y'all niggas going crazy over here. Oh shit. Yeah, he said finale things again for the range. Word. Right. And we need them hitters on our Jones. You feel me, bro? You know what I'm saying? Casey got a caption in it. Smoke breathing through the pain. I need y'all in there just in case people go on my channel while I'm not there. Yeah, bugging this shit. People crazy shit. Said, Rob, you can use that wrench. Come help me work on my band. Bro said, keep the chat legit. No piano players. You hear me? Yeah. You know, everybody got Rob got it. He the mod king right there. You feel me? He the mod king right now. But I'm at 200 subs, y'all. I'm trying to get 5 before the season. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, you feel me? Rose Town said, Rob, watch out, bro. He gonna push you in the face. Oh shit. Yo, y'all gotta chill. Easy. I gotta chill. What Rob say? Oh, by the way, his name is Piano Man. No, is Hero. Some dumb shit like that. Chewy, what's good, man? Good morning to you, brother. What's up, man? You wanna hop on? I'll send the link. Your boy just hit 200 subs, my nigga. Just hit 200 subs, my brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, Rosetown, don't promise me with a good time. He said, Rob said the engine's in the back of the van. Law dog said, yeah, climb in there. He's on. Alright, bro. I'm off today, so I'll be on all day and shit. I'll be on. Y'all go sub it up. You feel me? Rosehound said, be the one pushing Law Dog in the back. Like, then you ain't getting me. I'm gonna get you before you get me, goddamn this shit. Go like, go hit that like and sub it up, yo. Man, Chewy News and Podcast, man. I'll be on later around 7 p.m. your time. I bet. I'll be on. I'm probably gonna start something around like 6, maybe like, I don't know. I'll probably start something little, I don't know, probably a little later. So you be on around 7, I'll probably start around like, I'll probably start like 6 your time, 7, so you get some, you know what I mean? Because Finale gonna hop on too, so. He said he be too weak from the candy. What type of candy you got? Law Dog, nigga gonna be weak and shit. Might be going into the union, so my hours and schedule might change. Alright, that's what's up. Yeah, bro said he'll be too weak from the candy to do anything. Yo, that candy, what kind of candy you got, bro? Nigga spiking the candy now, son. Law Dog over here spiking the candy, yo. He said, stop it, John Wick, Law Dog. He said, slapping lollipop like little. He said, Law Dog riding around town in his killer van. Slapping lollipop by. Oh shit, yeah. Chewy said that's pervert shit. Pervy Sage. Here, Pervy Sage. We smoking, you know what I mean? Gang green shit, you know what I mean? Let's get it. VE. He said that true, you feel me? He's just, that's a throwback slapper. Oh, mama. That shit slap biscuits, you heard me? You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Oh, hey y'all, so I was trying to show y'all on the other live, but so this is the gift my man, this is the gift Law Dog sent me. Got the Genty on it, the Genty jersey on it. Y'all let me know what you think, man. My brother hooked me up. I can put all my blunts in here. I can fit a lot in this bitch too. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. My man Law Dog sent me this and it came in today. While I had 200 subs. Shout out to bro, man. Shout out to bro. He said he sent me some candy in there too. Nah, hell nah. That shit was an empty box, cuz. Empty box. Salute to Law Dog for that one though, bro. For real. All jokes aside though. Salute to my man Law Dog for that, man. That was dope. I really appreciate it, and I'm definitely gonna use the fuck out of it. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely when I go on my trips to Denver, and I go on my trips to back home, definitely gonna have that joint filled up. Law Dog is that guy, yes sir. Salute to the G's, man. Salute to the G, man. To the OG Law Dog, man. Try to catch me lacking, nigga, is you kidding? Oh, you sent me by my money, by my business. They be acting like some hoes, nigga, I ain't tripping. Let a nigga try me 5-piece with the biscuit. Bitch, nigga, don't risk it. My dog said this. Hell no, I ain't got no candy. He's gonna have some hell no. You know what's gonna be in that joint? Well, shit, by the time you get there, it might be empty, my nigga. By the time I get there, 17 hours. Oh, see, you be right on time, Law Dog. I mean, Roast now. I mean, you be right on time with it, bro. Every time I go look, you must be seeing me go reach for this shit or something. You gotta, because every time I say you put that right exactly when I go reach for it, and I look up, and that's what I see. Shout out Rosetown. Bro said that's the prototype. I'll send you another one when I figure them out. They're too hard to paint. Hey, it's a dope ass prototype though. I ain't lying. Andy, what's happening? Appreciate you pulling up in the morning. Yeah, I'm sitting in nail salon right now. Hey, and you decided to pull up. I appreciate you. Rob said Candy. Raiders, sis. Yes, sir. Everybody salute Candy. Kendi says salute, Rob. Yes, man. Now make sure y'all go check her out. Y'all go hit that like button over there. Sub to the channel. You feel me? She is a ball of energy. A ball of good energy. Been on plenty. I watched plenty of her lives. And she be on her shit, you. Shout out Kendi. I'm having the craziest luck. I have broken my pinky finger last night. Dang, no. You know, it's speedy recovery for you. You want speedy recovery. Blue Law Dog says she on Florida now. He said, how did you break your pinky? Now I might change my name to Crash Out Kendi. I'm doing good. Grinding, straight off work, straight off my other job. So I can't complain though. I just hit 200 subs. My boy Law Dog sent me a gift of Ash and Genty. It's my weed box. I could put my blunts in here. You feel me? Shout out to my man Law Dog for that one. I reached 200 subs. Today's starting out good, Kendi. Today's starting out good. That'll be perfect for the trolls. Yeah, she don't play. She said, first the bird, now your finger. Well, at least you didn't break your middle finger. You can still flip that. I broke the pinky hanging curtains with the damn drill. Dang. I'll show the trolls later today. Where was rolling at? Where was rolling? How come he didn't help you? What y'all up to today? Roller was on the other room watching TV. He said, I'm stubborn to ask for help. Hell yeah, 200 subs, hell yeah. Nah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We'll just keep it taped up and iced. You should be good. Yes, sir. One Dream in the building. What's up, brother? 200 subs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just hit it. And my man Law Dog sent me this. It just came in the mail today. My little weed box. I keep my joints in here and shit. My blunts. Shout out Law Dog in the building. Shout out my bro. He said, tell the girl doing your nails, Raider. Kenny just put some vapor rub on it. He said vapor rub. The company just hit me up about a weed block. They want me to promote, so I'll be showing that soon. Oh, word? Hell yeah, that's what's up. Does vapor rub work? I don't know if it works for a broken pinky. It might. Cures everything. You like my mom used to say, just rub dirt on it. Hell no. Isn't that Windex that they say cures everything? Oh, hell no, not Windex. He said, and I mean that was for everything. He said that's dope. He said sup law, sup Rosetown. Yes, sir. Rob said, but for real, tequila works for me. Yeah, especially when you in pain. You won't feel your finger or your yo, yo, Law Dog is crazy right now, son. I mean, Rob is crazy. My bad, yo. We get everybody's names mixed up. Like my aunt used to do this when we was younger. He said, I don't drink, I smoke. Well, I got you, Kenny. I'm finna roll up right now. You hear? It's the last one. 150 shit, nigga. You know I'm chasing money. You know I'm chasing money. No, I'm chasing money, nigga. Next one dream. Don't drink, I smoke. Sweets in the building, the my queen. Is that 200 subs? Yes, it is, mama. Yes, it is. I be taking dab hits when I get home. You gonna need a lot of that shit with that broken pinky. On my mama, you gonna need a lot of that. Forget about all the pain. Sweet say, yeah. Yes, sir. King said, hell yes, sir. Y'all appreciate y'all, man. It's everybody, you know what I mean, showing love. Everybody's been showing love. You know what I'm saying? Everybody been putting me out there. And I appreciate everyone. Roast House said, one dream salute. Rob said, Mrs. Sweets. Y'all go say hi to the wife. Say hi to my beautiful wife. Kenny said, salute Sweets. Yep. He said, my magic box. Bro, sound crazy. Say, you're show Mrs. Sweets your magic box. She the one brought it to me. She's the one that brought it to me, and she seen it. I showed it to her already. Law Dog said, Genty Box at 200 subs is wild. Cheers. Nah, facts. It's definitely a milestone with a gift on top of that without even knowing either. Without even knowing. So salute to Law Dog. Salute to the chat. All my subs. All 200 of y'all. Appreciate y'all. And yeah, man, we're gonna keep this thing going. Here. Kenny said, hell yeah, that's a badass box. Nah, I appreciate it. I'll show it again, my man. That Genty work. Yes, sir. That Genty work. Rob said, yeah. And I don't even like you. Rob said, love you, brother. I love you too, bro. Oh, mama. Sweet said, box is hard. Hey, we coming with, hey. Sweet's already verified. We driving up there. We finna grab the rental. We up there. You hear me? Okay. Oh, I was just informed by the wife that it's storming like a motherfucker outside, so we don't know if everything's gonna get shut off. So be prepared. But we'll be all right. Hell yeah, that's a sick box, sir. Appreciate it. Where's the YouTube detective? He probably working, bro. Probably at work. You're taking to every game you go to and get some autographs on it will be epic. Ooh, Rose Town. You definitely gave me an idea. I'm definitely in, bro. I definitely am. And I'm going to try to get Genty to do it. Sign it also. But hell yeah, I'm going to get the whole thing signed. Hell yeah. Who is you? YouTube detective? Oh, that's one of my mod assassins. Is my man G Fam. Spark one up with Pete too. Oh yeah, you know it. You know it. Shoot. I don't want to get him in trouble. I don't want to get him in trouble yet, but when he get us a Super Bowl, oh yeah, you bet your ass on being there lighting up with the guys. Be lighting up with the guys. Rose Town, that would be dope. Nah, it's facts. It's definitely gonna be dope. And Rob gonna be there. We gonna go to the game together. So we watch. Yes, sir. Definitely. Hell yeah, get it signed. Best nah, that's a bet. And the chat want me to get it signed too. All right, I got y'all. I got y'all. Definitely gonna try to get Pete Carroll to sign it if I see him. Try to get Pete Carroll to sign it. Definitely gotta get Genty to sign it because his jersey's on the back. Let's see who else. Who else gonna try to get it to sign? No, Mad Max. Got to get Mad Max JPJ up on there. No, I gotta get some. My man Coon. That box gonna be filled up. Watch. Nigga don't risk it. I be on the grind over time for that ticket. You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep that ratchet on me, cause them niggas clowns. Know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, meaning them feds around. And to roll something up, man, 200, you feel me? It's the celebration. Celebration time. Come on. Hey, nah, for real though. Yeah, y'all put your prayers up for your boy, because, excuse me. Pray hands up in there for your boy, man. Cause I'm going for this really good job. I got an interview tomorrow, so y'all wish me luck. You feel me? Wish your boy luck. You feel me? Now it'll be dope if I get this job, because it's really gonna help this channel for me. It's gonna help me and my family first, but it's definitely gonna, get everything's gonna be, I'm saying, better. New camera, hook up the what's the name, so hooking up the man cave, you hear me? The Raider cave, you feel me? The Yurt cave, that's what we're gonna call it, y'all. This is the Yurt cave. You feel me? The Yurt cave. What y'all think? Go to 100s in the chat for the Yurt cave, yeah. You hear me? Smoke green through the pain. Keep my head down, nice routine. Chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep that ratchet on me, cause them niggas clowns. Know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. I'm trying to tell you, I'm the best joint roller in the world. Gotta keep the ratchet on me, cause them niggas clowns. Know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Can't tell you my joints don't be all official. Wow, look at that. That is a Cheech and Chong joint right there. You feel me? The best in the business. My bad. Oh shit, where y'all located? I live in Alabama. That I'll be waiting for you. You know, Rob, we gonna be in there. We gonna be turned up in Denver, man. I'm gonna turn Denver inside out. Watch. It's sunny as hell out here in Florida. It's raining like a motherfucker out here. Yeah, at the Bluefield, the birthplace of the Silver Surfer. Yeah. Man, Rob said G Fam is the nephew of Sacktown Mike. Yes, sir. The one and only. Kenny is so when you drink your coffee now, does your piggy automatically stand up? Yo, you gotta chill, Rob. Rob gotta chill. Right-handed. I broke my left. Well, that's a good thing. That's not a good thing. I'm sorry, but you didn't. You know, what I mean, you didn't mess up your dominant hand. Where we swing bags of potatoes like, yo, you're crazy, bro. What's the A? Get it? You feel me, bro? Do this. Everything falling into place. You feel me? Everything falling into place. You know, I'm going. I'm going to try and make a game this year, but not sure what game. I'm going to two. I'm going to the Denver game in Denver. I'm going back home. Going to Jersey, but I'm going to the Philly games right over there. Law dog, yes sir. Speedy recovery. Speedy recovery. I wish I was hoping they played Tampa this year, so I didn't have to travel to Vegas. But it looks like they don't play Tampa. Nah, we don't play Tampa. So shit, them Vegas games are highly expensive. Too rich for my blood right about now. Maybe I go to a Jacksonville game or something. Nah, fact. Get Paul in the building. Raiders. Yes, sir. Cool in the game. Yes, sir. It could be called Sugar Water Shield Man Cake. Hell no. We gonna call this John. So all your joints look like they pregnant. Yeah, they do, but it's not. It's just the middle. Like when the little sticky part when they go in, it just like I don't know. For some reason, it crinkles inside, and I can never get it to go straight. So it looks like it's pregnant, but it's not because I roll it from the middle out. You feel me? So I'll make sure that the middle is pressed down, so it don't look like it. Rob, forget you. F out of here, Rob. 100, yes, sir. That's why I smoke a bomb. I can't roll for shit. Hey, I'm the best roller in the world. I can't do the bongs. Not too much. You gotta clean them and all that crazy shit, man. I'd rather roll up. Oh, nice. Okay, I just moved to Ocala, Florida area. Oh, all right. I'm not sponsored or anything. Just wanted to let you me. Oh, for real? I said I can't breathe. What do you? Yo, what is wrong? What is wrong with Rob, bro? Shit, go to that shit, bro. Y'all make someone else pay. I ain't paying for that dick. uh, uh, can't even finesse somebody to pay that ticket for. uh, he said, Jerry told me to get the body. That. I said, Paul, I'm going to Jersey game. Yes, sir. We in there. Beat. Nah, chill. Oh, man. He said, yeah, you're going to freeze your ass off. Don't listen to pain. What you mean, cuz? I'm from Jersey, nigga. it ain't nothing but cold out there in the winter, cuz. Shit. It get cold as hell out there, boy. I tell you. Way cold out there. I mean, it get cold. It get way cold out there than it do out where I'm at now. I'm used to that, bro. I'm used to that. I come through though. Raider jacket, Raider. I got the hoodie with the jersey over it. What? Got the Raider Scully. I got plenty Scullies. You feel me? Got plenty Scullies. I'm good for the winter, cuz. Ray Paul said was just there in September. But I'm saying though, like, my bad, I skipped all the way down. My fault. Cost $5K just to move back from Hawaii. I ain't paying for that for a game this year. Damn. So you was in Hawaii. I mean, I know this your name Hawaiian Kitty, but you were in Hawaii. Dang, how is Hawaii like? What's it like? Shit, hell, nigga. I ain't never been to Hawaii. That's fine. That's fine. Priorities, yeah. What's that? Oh hell no. Nothing famous. He said nothing phases yuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuurp. Hell no. Ain't not me. Shoot, nigga. I'm shit. You know how many times I've been in the streets in cold winter, cuz shoot. Mm-hmm. I've been in the winter, cold winter. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the streets, cold winter. It get cold. I know. You got dress. You got what they say. What's that saying? You gotta dress for the occasion. Dress for the winter. Was just there in December. Oh, yeah. But where my high above sea level is different. Those kind I don't want those kind of options. I don't want those kind of options. Raiders, yes sir. I lived in Colorado for 9 years. That shit sucked. Oh shit, damn. Yeah, Colorado get cold. I mean, all in Denver, all in they get cold. But I'm be cool. I'm gonna be cool. It's not an option when you're with Love Dog. Hell, yo, you do got an option. You either stay and deal with the bullshit, or you can run it free for your life. You said it's way too cold. even going through well, she said even go through better parts. He said I will freeze there the day of. He says you trying to tell your look, y'all must not know. Hey, y'all ever heard that Beyonce song? You must not know about me. You must not know about me. Look, dog, I'll come through. Look, bro, I'm coming through about 2 t-shirts. You feel me? With the long johns up top and bottom. Come on, man. I gotta wear the onesie. It don't matter. I'm coming through warm as hell, no matter what. Now I'm be mad as hell if it's snow out that bitch and I got it. No, I should have snowed in November. Not in November. Live and learn. You damn right. He will freeze his balls off. Alright. Y'all sleeping on me. That's alright, because I'm going live during the game while I'm there anyway. So y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna see. My kids only made one snowman in 9 years. They hated the ah! Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy work, son. Oh, never mind. You already know then. Jersey is bad like Colorado. That's what I'm saying, Kenny. That's what I'm saying. Would you educate the chat on New Jersey, yo? It get cold out there. Cold, cuz I walked to the train station before because I missed the bus. Had the whole suit on, bro. It get cold. I know how to dress for the winter. I've been prepared, you hear me? Can't feel your toes. Shoot. You better use some what's the name? You said even Uggs want her. Dang, that's crazy work. He said go live when you out there so we can laugh. You gonna be like fuck this shit. I was living there and it's hot with no AC most places because they do outdoor living with just screens and fans. Yeah, that's crazy. Also super expensive for food. Dang. I recommend 2 long johns, 5 shirts, a pair of socks, 2 gloves, 4 hats, and maybe then you might be warm. Yeah, fuck it. If I got to come in that bitch looking like the Jiffy Lube mascot, goddamn, coming that bitch like that, fuck it. I'm in there. No traffic, which was nice as hell on the big island. Hell yeah. Look. All right, y'all. They have to do my nails now. Later, guys. Have a great day. Kenny, appreciate you pulling up. Always appreciate you pulling up. Raiders. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Later, Hawaiian. Raider Paul said Raiders. Yes, sir. Kenny, have a good one. Getting your nails done. Rob said. Raiders. Yes, sir. Rose Town said, Kenny, get that shield on the nails. I know that's real. And then he said, Raiders. Yes, sir. Man, we're going to have a great time. Yes, we is. Yes, we is, bro. We're going to turn the fuck up. My mama. Chewy said, Raiders. Yes, sir. Are you getting your tickets in advance or the day of the show up? I'm gonna do it in advance, probably like next month, maybe. I'm gonna get the tickets probably like next month. And then the following month, I'm gonna get the Eagles tickets. But we're definitely gonna be putting up for that whole jump. You know, we gotta get hotels. We gotta get, you know what I'm saying. Red Paul said Raiders, yes sir. So that way we can be sitting together. Yeah, that's what's up. Now, yeah, I'm definitely gonna let you know when to get them, Rob. I promise. Definitely gonna let you know when to get them. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna go live, and I'll do it on. I'll get the tickets live. That way you can do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That work. Raiders. I didn't say it before. I just want to say it again. You feel me? Yeah, we definitely gonna be we gonna be lit, bro. We gonna be lit. Definitely gonna be lit.
You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep that ratchet on me, cause them niggas clowns.
Yes, sir. When White said, yeah, we can make that trip. Shoot, I was like, bet.
Gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep the ratchet on me, cause them niggas clowns. Pops on me, stay focused, keep your head down. Focus on my music, chasing money, gotta get it now. Quiet fly, nigga, always about to bread down.
True said, Paul. Salute. Rob said, bet. Yeah, yeah.
And you don't wanna test me, bitch, I got the aim. Gotta thank Cousin J-Ra, always at the
We gonna be good, bro. We gonna be good.
Allen, bitch, he got the game. I'm always in the hood, niggas know the name. When I lost my nigga Marcus, man, I felt the pain. Get justice for my nigga, yeah, we need that now. When I heard the news, I thought about my nigga bags. Man, that shit the same time that my
mind man. Radio Nation for life, my friend. Yes, sir. Radio Nation for life.
Keep my head down like some routine. You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep that ratchet on me.
Bro said, talk that shit, Paul. Yes, sir. He said, okay, I gotta run. Much love and respect, family. God is good. Always, always. And he's always on time. You feel me? I appreciate y'all. Rob, appreciate you pulling up, my brother. Raiders. Yes, sir. We in the building. Yes, sir.
You don't wanna die, so don't fuck around. Play your shit right and you gon' stick around. If you out here dolo,
Rose down said, Rob, salute. Yes, sir. Egalitarian in the building. What's up, my brother? Appreciate you always pulling up, cuz. Thanks for always pulling up, man. Ray Paul said, yeah, watch behind the shield too, was fired. Yeah, I seen it. I think that thing had me souped up, yo. Egalitarian said, Raider Nation. What's happening? We in the building. Yeah, Egalitarian. So my man Law Dog, right? My man Law Dog, you probably see it with the chat. You know what I'm saying? He sent me a package today. He been sent the package, but it came in today. My little blunt box with the Genty jersey on the back, brother. I can put my blunts in there and shit. You feel me? And my man Rosetown said, bring it with me. Rosetown said, bring it with me to the games that I go to and get them signed, get it autographed. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Yes, sir. He's at Rick Paul. Yeah, bro. Narrator got me juiced up after every episode. Nah, fact. That's definitely fact.
chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my
I
head
hate
down.
when
Always on alert, cause you know the feds around.
man, Equalitarian said Raiders. Yes, sir.
Focus on my music, chasing
Yes,
money,
sir.
gotta
Love
keep
screaming
my
it.
head
Love
down.
screaming it. Give me soup. Give me
Nigga
pumps.
always
You
got
hear
the
me?
bread down, Sam in the booth.
Gino got him braids like Vic
Got some big shit for
in that
you,
number 7.
keep the rain.
Gino Vic, baby. Yes, sir.
Test me, bitch, I got the aim.
Yes, sir.
Gotta thank Cuzzo J-Raw.
He ain't got the wheels like Vic, but he got the wheels, though. You feel me?
Allen, bitch, he got the game. I'm always in the hood, niggas know the name. When I
Chewy said, we're definitely going to be better than these last years. I have no doubt about that. Not me either. Shit. I think we're going to be, I think we're going to be lights out. You heard what he said, yo.
my mind roaming crazy, gotta cop some gas.
You heard what the names Pete Carroll said that was stepping up. All damn near all the fucking rookies.
That's a routine. You know I'm chasing money, so I keep
Damn near all the rookies stepped up.
music, gotta keep my
And they said, and then Spytech said, hey, if some, we bring it in competition because if some of the guys that can't get it done, we got the younger guys that can come in, step right in, and be okay. That's what the fuck we needed to hear. That's exactly what we needed to hear. And then you heard what Gino said, right? Gino said, hey, I love hanging out with my receivers, Kobe Myers, Trey Tucker. You know what I'm saying? All the receivers and stuff. He's buying dinner for the offensive linemen. Bro, the camaraderie that I've been talking about for the past 3 months, I've been starting this channel. I'm dead serious, bro. I've been saying this shit since day one. Everything they've been saying, I've been saying since day one. From day back from when I started with the free agents, all the way up to the draft, all the way up to now. I've never, everything I've said and I told y'all, it's been true, straight facts. Everything we talked about, bro, has been straight facts. Am I right? Pete said Gino cooking. That's what I'm saying. People thought the little people thought, you know what I'm saying, that because Geno Smith threw them 3 interceptions in fucking OTAs minicamp that something wrong. We need to put AOC, and I've seen that bullshit too. The motherfuckers who saying that shit do not know football. Period. Put AOC for what? So you got another season like last year? He ain't ready. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't even need to get Geno. I hate when people put stupid shit up, like stupid comments up and it pisses me off. Everybody throws picks. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, bro. Say that shit again, Chewy. Yeah. We're going to the playoffs. That's what Law Dog say. Yeah. I got a feeling, bro. We're gonna sneak right up into the playoffs, bro. Everybody throws picks. Exactly. They don't know Jeremy Chin and Lonnie Johnson. That's what I'm saying, bro. I said that Lonnie Johnson will be locking down that middle. He'll be locking down the slot. I mean that slot corner. He'll be playing that nickel. Lonnie Johnson. I mean, and you know Jeremy Chin gonna be playing his position. So I mean, what he plays. So, bro, we got some beats back there. AOC is a top tier backup quarterback in this league. Will win you games, will lose you games. Exactly. He's not ready. He's not top tier. Top tier backup, but he's not no top tier starter. Chewy said I wasn't really really wasn't an AOC who made the team that shitty, bro. Looked like we had a rookie head coach. with a shitty offensive coordinator, and the whole team was unorganized. Now, facts. That, you definitely right about that. I didn't say it was all AOC. I'm just saying he got ready to be that starter. He can't move in and out the pocket like that. He doesn't have really good, you know, can't run. The nigga not fast. You feel me? So that's all I'm saying. I agree. I totally agree with what you were saying. What you're saying though. But that's all I'm saying. You feel me? Like, yeah, y'all should get like crazy. Will not take you to the promised land. No, he won't. But like Chewy said, he'll win you some games. You feel me? Until Gino come back, if he get hurt, he'll win you some games. But nah, for him to be the whole starter now. AOC showed up, no doubt. He threw more touchdowns than he did picks. And with that O line we had, I mean AOC was set up for play. No, you're right. But still you can't. You still can't move in and out the pocket if it collapses, though, bro. Now I agree with you saying, but he still can't move in and out the pocket, and he's not fast at all. No, ALC got ass ready, Paul. You bug it. ALC not ass. He is not mobile. That motherfucker accurate as hell, bro. He just not mobile. You want an accurate quarterback, or you want an accurate and mobile quarterback? It's only them two. Or you don't want the third option. You don't want the third option, you feel me? Bro said, okay, would you want Trey Lance since he's a little mobile? The ALC? No. But are you talking about backup? Are you talking about backups or backup? No, I wouldn't. Because he's not accurate, right? He's not accurate. They said, I think AOC better than 90% of the backups. I'm not disagreeing. I ain't disagreeing at all. I'm just saying he's not mobile. You feel me? But I wouldn't want a mobile quarterback that has no accuracy. That makes no sense. You feel me? You know what I mean? Backup, yeah, hell yeah. Yo, he lacks mobility. He does lack mobility. He do lack mobility. That's what I'm saying. But he has everything. He's smart. He can read defenses really good. He just not accurate when that shit come when that fucking shit collapse. He gonna fold like a lawn chair, bro. Hold up like a lawnmower. You're absolutely right, Chewy. He is coachable. And I dig that too. I could dig that too. If AOC had more mobility, he would take the keys after Gino. You damn right. You right about that. I don't know why he ain't that fast. I mean, shit, at least try to get fast. I mean, you remind me of DC. No, DC can run. He just, I don't know, he just was scared after that injury. But he can run, though. He faster than AOC. My man faster than AOC, I'll tell you that.
VE. Team Green, Team RNS, nigga. Real nigga shit. 150 shit, nigga.
I bet you if him and Gino, I bet you if DC and Gino race, it'd be neck and neck. That nigga in DC got the wheels, yo. He just don't use them. That nigga tires, he got brand new tires still. AOC needs to learn to slide and no fall on his knees every time while he, yeah, that's facts. I knew you was talking about roast down, but yeah, that's definitely facts. He'll get his ass knocked out if he keep that shit up. I'll tell you that. It's definitely true. Yeah, you're right. He did. That shit pissed me off. He just take the fucking snack. My nigga, I know damn well John Gruden tell your stupid ass to take the snack, nigga. What you doing? Bro, he used to piss me off so much, yo. I like towards like the last couple of years, bro. Like his last couple of years, bro, he just used to piss me off so much. Bro, what are you doing? Like I would never forget that playoff when we played the Bengals and he just threw that dumb shit. Like he just ran out of. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Try to make something happen, nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck if you gotta run into the fucking. You want to throw the ball, bitch. Run your ass into the play. I don't give a fuck if you smack your ass. At least make them smack you into the end zone, nigga. You can win this game. No, he just throw the bitch and just runs out of bounds like you fucking dude. Or he would just throw balls on the sidelines for no reason, or throw dumb ball. That's what I'm saying, yo. That shit used to piss me off so much. I'm a Fresno guy too, so I rooted hard for DC Adams in DC. Yeah, me too. I wanted Devontae Adams years ago, bro. I wanted Devontae Adams when they first started talking about him might come in the biggest. I mean, when he was in Oakland. That never happened. And then, you know, I always rooted for DC because I thought he was a breath of fresh air. So, I feel you. Yeah, I rooted for him too.
You smoking, you know what I mean? Gang green shit, you know what I mean? Let's get it. VE. Team Green, Team RNS, nigga. Real nigga shit. 150 shit, nigga. You know I'm chasing money. You know I'm chasing money.
Damn, niggas just unsubscribed from the channel. That's cool. Back to 197.
So I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep that ratchet on me, cause them niggas clowns. No, I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep the ratchet on me, cause them niggas clowns. Pops told me, stay focused, keep your head down. Focus on my music, chasing money, gotta get it now.
Yep, I lost 3, bro. I don't know how, but it's cool. I bet you have it familiar. Yeah, Rose Town lost 3, bro. It's cool though. Hey, you lose them, you gain more. You feel me? No. He said, I do, Lord dog.
That shit the same time that my hundreds pass. My mind roaming crazy, gotta cop some gas.
It's alright, I'll get him back though. I'll get him back.
Through the pain, keep my head down.
3 ways though.
You know I'm chasing money, so I keep
I'll
my
get him
head
back,
down.
y'all. I'll get him back.
Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep that ratchet on me, cause them niggas clowns. Know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the
Yes, sir.
gotta keep the ratchet
Those constant facts, you'll get him back all good. Yeah, man, I ain't tweaking on it. You feel me? Bro said drop 3, gain 5. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. Definitely all good.
If you out here dolo, nigga, keep that stick around. Aiming at your head, we ain't missing. Try to catch me lacking, nigga, is you kidding? Oh, you see me by my money, by my business. They be acting like some hoes, nigga, I ain't tripping. Let a nigga try me 5-piece with the biscuit. Bitch, nigga, don't risk it. I be on the grind over time for the ticket. Bitch, nigga, don't risk it. I be on the grind over time for that ticket. You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down.
All right. Yeah. But yeah, man. All right. Look. As long as I keep having the faith and keep the hard work up, I'll have so many I won't have to worry about it. I won't even worry about it. You feel me? It's all good. And I appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate the support, y'all. For real.
We smoking, you know what I mean? Gang green shit, you know what I mean? Let's get it. VE, Team Green, Team RNS, nigga. Real nigga shit. 150 shit, nigga.
Me, you feel me? So
Chasing money, you know
got the nation. I got some of the nation that got my back still.
chasing money, nigga. You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep that ratchet on me, cause them niggas clowns. Know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down.
But that media day John is they said a lot that I needed to hear. I mean, they said a lot, and there's a lot that I needed to know. And a lot that I know now. So it's about to is look. I'm telling y'all right now, like guys that they talked about, they for real. And they gonna change the dynamic of these games and shit for us. You know? So, you know what I'm saying? Um, I wish they had asked about Lucky Tassi for like, why they made the switch or whatever. Or did they ask about him? Did they ask Pete about him? They didn't ask by text. I caught kind of like the middle to the end of Pete's person or interview.
You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep that ratchet on me, cause them niggas clowns. Know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep the ratchet on me, cause them niggas clowns.
Yeah.
Know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down.
So,
Focus on my music, gotta keep
but anybody know? Y'all let me know in the chat if anybody seen, if anybody heard them asking about Lucky Tassi to Pete.
so don't fuck around. No, play your shit right and you gon' stick around. If you out here dolo, nigga, keep that stick around. Aiming at your head.
That's a question I would have asked. I mean, I ain't gonna count.
Me lacking, nigga, is you kidding? Oh, you see me by my money, by my business. They be acting like some hoes, nigga, I ain't tripping. Let a nigga try me 5-piece with the biscuit. Bitch, nigga, don't risk it. I be on the grind over time for the ticket. Bitch, Bitch nigga don't risk it. I be on the grind over time for that ticket. You know I'm chasing.
Should we say he'll start next year? You think he's gonna start next year, man? I think he's ahead of schedule already so I could agree with you. I can stand behind you on that, bro. I could definitely stand behind you on that one, bro.
Yeah. I like something up for this one, man. I like something up, man. We smoking, you know what I mean? Gang green shit, you know what I mean? Let's get it. VE. Team Green, Team RNS, nigga. Real nigga shit.
Oh, everybody's still in it. It's still in there.
Chasing money, you know I'm chasing money. No, I'm chasing money, nigga.
It's still on, y'all.
And they actually carry boxes into each classroom, and the faces and the energy that came from the classrooms to the students and the teachers was almost overwhelming. Everything here today. Players that are here, readerettes that are here, and obviously this fall here at Matt Kelly. So just an overall pretty show appreciation for him.
Chewy said,
Back here at Media Day with Brock Bowers. Brock, I just saw you running through a whole.
Chewy said, knowing Pete, he's not gonna start a guy who's not ready. But Lakatasi does look pretty good so far. That's what I'm saying.
I should take that more seriously because like everybody sees it when I announce Brock Bowers, Georgia.
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely. I mean, you see that, I was like, what? At that point. I mean, unknown, I was like.
Tell me a little bit about your recent personal success at walking across the stage, getting your degree. A lot of people would not do that after such an amazing rookie season. But why did you do it?
Yeah, a lot of it was just to finish what I started, just kind of get it done. And also, my parents had a big impact on me to go back and finish it just because education is important and I want to get it done.
You feel like you're making a transition from rookie to veteran, and are some of the young guys like Jack Besh and Dante, are they coming up to you and picking your brain a bit as a pass catcher?
Yeah, you know, a little bit, because it's a big adjustment from college to the league, the playbook and everything like that. So just trying to keep them accustomed as quickly as they can. And,
Shout out Brock Bowers.
How fun is it to catch passes from somebody like Geno Smith?
No, it's been awesome. Gino's been great. He's been, I mean, throws a good ball, obviously, and makes great things.
That's part of Media Day.
That's part of Media Day?
Other than this interview.
The headshots were bad.
Oh, you like the headshots? I would have thought that's the last thing Brock Bowers is quick.
It's like a minute long. It's like 30 seconds.
Yeah, Brock Bowers, supermodel. All right, thanks for being here with us. We can't wait to see you out there in your second.
Thank you.
Back to you.
There's Amber, great job, and those are our fans for the first time here. Let's hear from them on Media Day. Jackson Powers Johnson, kind enough to join us. Great to see you. Any comments on Brock and what he was saying there?
JPJ is on now, y'all.
He's a little sweaty. But player off the field, on the field. What's it been like?
No, it's been a lot of growth. I mean, especially in the building, being here, every day at 5 a.m. being here with Max. It's been a lot of fun. Down 15 pounds. I feel like I'm in the best shape. I feel like everybody says that every year, though.
Yeah.
So no, it's like being in best shape. Off the field, doing great. Went a couple of places. planning a wedding for next year. So
congratulations.
Yeah, well, I'm not planning a wedding.
Oh.
I'm just sitting back.
Yeah, right.
Watching her. So I'm just confirming all of her wonderful choices, which they are wonderful choices.
They are.
Yeah, just a great off season, having a lot of fun, and excited to be here. So.
What's the biggest change as far as how you approach the game, and now that you're in your second year?
I think the biggest thing was routine. I mean, now that I kind of have a year under my belt and get to see what the NFL looks like, I can start tweaking things and really getting down to the things that are going to be making me more prepared for games, even more prepared for practices. Finding the little things that are going to get me better and put me in a position where I can help this team as much as I can.
Speaking of those routines, Jackson, you're now pretty much, I wouldn't say you're locked in, but you mentioned this earlier. Being at center and being able to focus on that one position is enabling you to just kind of, I don't know if focus is the right word here, but how has that helped you lock in on what you need to do? And then if you know exactly where you're going to be, how does that help the rest of the offensive line?
I think I think it really shows that once you give somebody, time to really focus on one thing, they can, focus on being the best at that thing. So, the coaching staff allowing me to really focus on center, and me being able to show it through OTAs. I mean, offensive line's a position where you need all five guys to be on the same page. And you need to see that in the film. Even in film, you're doing good stuff, and that shows the people next to you, like, okay, he knows what he's doing, and he's continuing to get better. So me being able to, play center, focus on center, I think shows my teammates that, okay, he's not this young guy anymore. I mean, I'm still young. But,
good looking.
Oh, I don't know. Don't pay me to look pretty, all right? But, being able to stay at center and show that I can do that at a high level instills confidence throughout the offense.
We know that Colton's the leader when it comes to being a veteran, but this competition on the offensive line is going to be amazing, right? So everyone knows they're fighting for a job, even if you have the leadership at a position like you do at center. But to know that every day on tape, especially the guys who are going to get less reps, want to be ferocious in those reps, what's that been like to be around from OTAs and seeing that?
I mean, it's excitement. It's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
I think everybody kind of looks at competition and goes, whoa. There's also sometimes a negative connotation when you think it goes throughout the, different rooms and the different relationships. But for us, we're just working as hard as we can. We're helping each other. We're all having a great time out there. We're having the most fun we've ever had in football. So everybody wants to say, oh, there's a lot of competition. That might bring some drama. No, this isn't Love Island. We're just having fun playing football and all getting better. So I think it all promotes, a growth and a really developmental mindset.
I think on most fan bases and people don't understand the center and his leadership. I mean, you think about quarterback all the time, and he's the leader of the team. But the center is right there. I mean, he's in the middle of everything, touch the ball on every play. Talk to us a little bit about how you deal with leading guys who are older than you because you're at that position.
I've done it since college. My freshman year, I started and I played. I've always had guys that are older than me.
Law dog in the building, Raiders.
There's this little 17-year-old freshman walking in, shaking things up. So, it's not anything new to me. I mean, I've always been, told, from my high school coach, if you're young enough, it doesn't matter. If you're good enough, you can play. And that's where I kind of hang my hat on. I'm going to continue to play as hard as I can and be the best I can. And I think me doing that, leads the guys. I also think, relationships kind of off the field, relationships in the meeting room, relationships in the meal room, especially for linemen, is imperative. So me being able to, connect with the guys, bring kind of a youthful aspect to the offensive line, I think it's going to, help lead the group and also put us in a great position.
I got a two-parter for you, Jackson, and neither question is related to the other, which is fine. But the first part, for the uninitiated, offensive linemen don't really have stats, right? That fans can look at and say, oh, yards per carry, blah, 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 whatever. But to me, it's always been the less you notice an offensive lineman, the better the job they're doing.
Yep.
So where is the reward for an offensive lineman? And the second part of the question, which has nothing to do with the first, is what do you think of Coldplay this weekend?
Ooh, okay. We'll start with the football question, of course. But, I mean, I think it's changing. I think the landscape of lineman football is changing. We're getting an award this year. I mean, you look at Jason Kelsey, he's in commercials. It's becoming more well-known. You can kind of see it in the replays. I mean, there's a great run, and what do they do? They're starting to talk about the blocking now. And I think that kind of landscape of linemen not being talked about is changing for sure. I think definitely the reward is, within the field. I mean, we're the only position to where if we don't do our job, people can get physically hurt. I think that's kind of the reality of the situation that people kind of forget. So my pride I take is, my quarterback's healthy. My quarterback can go, throw a football to his kid when he's older. My running back can run around with his kids, and that goes on my hands. So I think that's where all the gratitude comes from, and all the the praise. That's where it kind of all goes to. And Coldplay was amazing. That was an amazing bucket list thing. One of the coolest things I've ever done in my life. So
I was there Saturday night with my daughter.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, awesome.
I wanted to ask you about your downfield blocking. I love some of the cut-ups of you when you get your guy right out of the gate and now your head's on a swivel to get out there. What changes with Ashton Genty? And my follow-up is going to be Raheem Mostert, because if he doesn't get as many touches as Ashton, he's going to be a beast when he does get his touches. So to be able to get your block and win at the point of attack and then go with these guys as they're going, that's going to be unbelievable for you this year.
No, it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, linemen can't, we don't really run the ball and catch the ball, but we can run with the people who run with it and catch it. So it's kind of like catching and run with it in my eyes. But, no, these running backs we got are amazing, and it's super exciting. I mean, you got a power back like Genty who's going to run over people. That's fun to run behind. And you got Mostert, which I can't keep up with. He'll be 30 yards on the field, and I'll be waving to him. But no, having these guys in the system, how we're going to run the ball this year, it's exciting, and it makes the offensive line really exciting as well.
Yeah, talk to us about you and Max, kind of the leadership that he's kind of helping you kind of come along with your guys' relationship.
No, Max is unbelievable. I mean, kind of right after the season, I was kind of iffy on it. I didn't know what I was going to do. It's my first off season, first time I ever had a break. He's just like, all right, when you're done with your trip, come back and let's get to work. And, I did that. So I've been coming in with Max every day at 5 a.m., trying to beat him to the building every day now. Now it's a little bit more competition.
Yeah.
But, having practice with him, working out with him, he's doing a little rehab on this and that. I'm just doing his rehab. I'm doing everything he's doing. And I get kind of made fun of a bit about it.
Why?
Just because they're like, oh, you're this little puppy. I'm like, well, that's an all-pro.
That's right.
Might as well.
Yeah.
So being around him, he's such an amazing person. I mean, we have so much fun. I think it's kind of the thing that kind of gets pushed aside is we're having so much fun. And we're working really hard, and I'm dying, all right? But I'm having a lot of fun. So
there's more to this story, though. I'm fascinated. That's a great question, because a lot of guys can initially say, yeah, I'll jump in with you. Well, yeah, I'll do a month with you. Then you're looking at the clock at 4:15 in the morning going, not only do I got to get in there, I got to work out with Max Crosby. Now, that's a commitment to excellence.
Yeah. Oh, good little throwing commitment to excellence over there.
He's a pro at this. He's a pro at
Look at this guy. That's awesome.
I have my window.
That's awesome. That's amazing. No, definitely a level of commitment, working out with him. I mean, the first week was,
Yeah.
that was tough. But as I said, it was so fun. There's no reason not to. We're riding on the assault bike till we're almost puking, but we're both laughing about Step Brothers, the movie, and quoting lines with each other, having a great time. So, we work really, really hard, but we have a lot of fun at the same time.
Did you guys just become best friends?
Maybe. I don't know if I've been next tattoo would be that. I don't think the wife would let me do that. We'll see.
You got a new team. A new teammate is an old teammate from Oregon, Dante. I mean, what can fans expect to see from him? And then how different does he look today than he did when he was with you up in Eugene?
Okay, so a whole lot of speed. I mean, I take a lot of credit for recruiting him to Oregon.
I heard.
and then he left us with a little bit of relationship issues. We've been going to therapy. No, he's amazing. I mean, you see his college tape, even from Oregon. You see all the explosive plays. You go to Tennessee, you see all the explosive plays. He's a proven guy,
fun attitude,
and above all that else, he's just an amazing human being. How he's starting to attack it, and how he's treating this building as like a pro. He's not acting like a rookie. It's really cool to see, and especially getting to know him when he was 16 years old now to where we're at the same team. I mean, nothing but excitement and love. And he's going to bring a lot to this team. He's going to bring a lot of enthusiasm. He plays with a lot of passion. I think that's why he's going to be a fan favorite.
I mentioned this to you in the past. I just love the fact that you gravitated to the legacy of Jim Otto and understood how big that is. And Dave Dalby, Barrett Robbins, the other centers that came before you, but there's just something when you're at a game and you see the 00 and you see all those jerseys. One of the greatest of all time, arguably the greatest AFL player of all time, most decorated. How important is that for you, legacy, and knowing about these legends who came before you?
It means everything. I mean, we wouldn't be here without those people. I mean, I wouldn't have loved the Raiders as much as if Bo Jackson wasn't a player. The people who laid the groundwork and the foundation where we are today. I mean, it means everything. I mean, we like to say the greatness of the Raiders is in its future, but man, there were some great times that we got to look back and take a little bit of, and then also play with passion for them. Jim Otto, like, you see an organization idolize a center, like that's unbelievable. So to be a part of an organization that treats their alumni like that, I mean, why not play as hard as you can every day Sunday for the guys that played before me?
Have you ever sat down and talked with Chip about the Oregon days and which team would be better than
I mean, a little bit here and there. I mean, he's riding his little Ohio State national champion. Right?
Just a little bit.
No, I talked to him a little bit. I mean, not a ton though. I mean, we're staying in the present. I ask him little questions here and like I'll make like little funny Eugene jokes. I'll see that like, he'll peek his head a little bit. But that was a while ago. That was when I was like in elementary school.
Right. He's an old dude.
Well, we appreciate you coming in because you have a great connection with us in the Raider Nation. Be healthy this year and enjoy the rest of Media Day. You're not done yet, right?
No, I gotta go take pictures.
There you go. Let's hear it, everybody, for JPJ.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Nice run. Fantastic. And we're gonna hand it off to Big Mike. Big Mike's coming in here.
This is a good looking guy. This is a good looking guy. Cute guy right here. Look how cute this guy is.
Big Mike.
That's the first time he's actually done his hair all year.
So, Mike, great to see you, Mike. How are you?
Good.
So fantastic to see you here. You look fit, in shape. What was the off season like for you? Getting ready for OTAs and what's about that?
It was great. Yeah, I think coming into year 3, there was a lot of things that I needed to get fixed and figured out, and I think I did all of those. It was a very fun off season. I was home in Kentucky with my family, but
I can't wait to see him play.
Training, mentally, getting ready, physically, emotionally, all that stuff. And it's been a great spring here. I'm so excited to be back here. It's been very fun. New coach staff's been great.
Y'all think
great.
Chip Kelly is going to utilize Michael Mary? Y'all crazy.
That you were working on, say, I need to get better at this. I got this is all solid, but some of the things you need to work on.
Everything. Yeah, I think when it comes to my game, I got to work on everything at all times. I think that's just the NFL. That's kind of the name of the game. You know what I'm saying? But I think this whole season, what I really did is did a lot of hot yoga, did a lot of stretching.
Okay.
And I think that's helped with my speed a little bit. I think that's helped with my footwork a little bit. I think that's helped with just overall quickness and things like that. So that's been great. And then, just staying in shape, lifting, running, doing all the good stuff that I like to do.
Yeah.
So I can come back here and be ready to play with the boys.
Awesome.
Michael, as a tight end, you're not only a pass catcher, but you're also a blocker as well. What do you kind of get, and I think I know the answer, but what do you get more satisfaction out of? Pancaking somebody or catching a touchdown?
Catching a touchdown is way more fun. Well, I will tell you this, though. It is very fun to it's very rewarding to get a good block or do this or do that for somebody else and they score, they get a first down, or like if it's 4th and 1 and I know I'm in there and I know we're running the ball and I'm blocking, I take a lot of pride in that. And I think over the years, going into year 3 now, year 1 and year 2, it's just there was so much in the blocking game that I had to learn, that I had to rep, that I had to get better at. And I feel very comfortable with that right now this spring. And I'm kind of really excited just to keep that going into camp.
I'm really excited for you because when we talked in Costa Mesa last year, there's a different regime now, and it's Chip Kelly and this offense.
They're showing
John Spytek.
They're telling people what they're going to be doing,
your
what their role is.
Do you love the new offense
which
compared to what you've seen going back to Notre Dame and how you can really take advantage of your skill set?
100%. I think these coaches, John Spytek, the GM, they know what I can do.
Yeah.
These coaches know what I can do and what I can put out on that field. And it's obviously only going to be better out there with Brock Bowers, with Ian Thomas, those other 2 tight ends. The tight end room as a whole, we're very, very close. We're a close-knit community, and we've had a great spring so far. And we're really, really excited to just help this football team in any way we can, man. We got a lot of good tight ends in that room, and I think Chip knows it. I think, PC knows it, and we're excited to kind of get this thing going.
Yeah, talk to us a little about the Chip and the offensive philosophy and how you fit in there. How do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself?
Yeah, I think, with me and Brock, it's pretty interesting because we do a lot of 12 personnel stuff. And, this spring we've also been doing a lot of 13 personnel too, which has been awesome. It's been a lot of fun. So,
damn, 13 personnel?
The season. But I got to be ready to do a lot of everything. I got to block, I got to pass pro, and I got to run routes, and I got to be able to catch the ball.
13 personnel is wild.
If Chip wants to head me out there on that field, I got to be able to run routes. I got to be able to make people miss, and I got to be able to score touchdowns. And when he asks me to block, I'm going to go out there and block 100%, the most I can, the best I can, and work my hardest and go from there.
Michael, what has the support of this organization to you, both professionally and personally, meant to you since you got here?
Yeah, huge. I think my NFL career has been very up and down so far, and that's going to change this year going into year 3. But to have this support of an organization behind me for everything that I've kind of gone through and been through has been fantastic. And, it started with the city and it started with the fans. These people are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. And, I'm really excited to get going here for year 3 and just show them what type of team we got.
Yeah, I keep talking, and EA's kind of reined me in on what this first goal looked like at the 8 with you and Brock in there, and Dante and Jack in the slot, and Jacoby and Ashton. Right, so you're looking at everybody like you can't double Big Mike, you maybe double Brock. There's going to be one-on-one matchups that I think you're going to benefit from, especially your corner outs to the end zone, those 50-50 balls, which you love.
100%, and I think the entire offense is going to be able to benefit from that too, which is huge because we need to be able to spread the ball around. We got plenty of ball makers to do it, so let's do it.
I love that. EA, you'd have your hands full, man. You'd have to pick us out of the field.
I'm calling linebackers over there to cover this guy. You're looking good. What was the target this year, coming into this year as far as your body and did you want to gain, lose?
Yeah, what did you want to do? I'm about the same weight I was last year. I'm about 255-ish. But like I said, I definitely feel like I've got a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
I've definitely lost some fat and put some muscle on for sure. So I feel great out here running around in practice.
Man. And when you feel like that, it's awesome. When you're on the field, you're feeling great, and it's all like you run. Yeah, right.
It's awesome. So now what you do is you got a week left, and you got to keep it going for the 4 or 5 weeks you got off, and then take it right into camp. So
I definitely got you, Raw Dog.
You're doing all this work. You're getting better. You're learning the offense. You can't go back into the summer and forget all that stuff. Stop working out, doing all that.
Yeah. What is the food that you had to sacrifice? What is that one meal or that sweet or that dessert that you had to sacrifice to keep like this?
I would say Cane's.
No.
Chicken tenders and fries. Lawrence High Senior, so that Austin's pretty good. But it's been a while since I've had that, though. So I'm in there eating white rice and salmon and salads, which is way better.
You can eat good. You can eat good there. And like finally at the end here, how you balance your family back home? And this is your home now. A lot of people want to come visit Vegas. Yep. They want to come out and see some shows and all that. How do you balance that, knowing that this is the sports and entertainment capital of the world, but your bond is with your family back home too?
Yeah, I think you got to stay locked in. Number one. Number two, I think for me, having my parents we got a lot of siblings. Siblings coming out here and visiting me kind of helps me just ground myself. It's just not everything's football, not everything's this and that, but to have that and be able to come out here, have a little pool in the backyard, have a little bit more room in the house where family can come stay, family friends can come stay. It's awesome because it's what, a 28, 29 hour drive for me out here. So It's a very far away, but it's awesome to have people from New Kentucky, Midwest, everybody come out and get some.
You built a bigger house out here, and you still have to show up.
Yeah, but yeah, and then when everybody gets out here, it's all right. Let's go see the Strip. Let's go see Old Vegas. Let's go do all that stuff. So I got to be prepared for that.
Oh, yeah, one more.
I got one more for you. Notre Dame guy, Pete Carroll shows up. USC guy. How'd that meeting go at first?
We haven't really talked about it yet. I'll be honest.
You won't either.
I gotta watch what I say sometimes. He's listening. He's listening somewhere. But, we knocked him out pretty good. Well, he wasn't there though, so I can't really brag about that.
Mike, thanks for doing this, man. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Raider Nation, let's do it.
Thank
Have a great year.
Thank you.
One of the best people we know here. Yes, looks fantastic. EA, the organization backing him and him being here. We'll dive more into that. We got a lot more to get to live from Raiders headquarters. Special edition of Raiders Roundtable brought to you by American First Credit Union.
Las Vegas Raiders, this is Jim Major. Jackson Powers Johnson. And I can help you with that. Anything else? No? Just always remember, go Raiders. Jackson, what was that? Just working hard. I've been with the Raiders for over 5 years now. Nothing surprises me. Keep moving.
And for the first time ever, the football Hamlet of Green Bay, Wisconsin has become Draft Town. The 2025 NFL Draft is now officially open.
Law Dog, this one for you, Law Dog.
Draft week is finally here.
If he is a best player available versus a specific need, maybe Ashton Genty checks both of those boxes.
The Raiders are definitely entertaining multiple scenarios as far as teams drafting ahead of them. They could potentially trade out of there and other things. So they're ready to go in case of multiple things happen in front of them.
With the first pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Cameron Ward, quarterback, Miami.
While we're watching Cam Ward again have his moment, with all due respect, but a major trade has happened. A blockbuster trade. The Jacksonville Jaguars have agreed to terms with the Browns to trade from number 5 to number 2.
Number 3, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter. The New York Giants select Abdul Carter. The New England Patriots select Will Campbell.
Inside the gate. What you all blade?
The Cleveland Browns next at 5. They have some interesting options. We'll see what the Browns end up doing.
Ashton Genty. Well, Ashton Genty is my highest rated player. That to me is a position we have to address.
What you on, Blaze?
Bitch, nigga, don't risk it. I be on the grind over time for that ticket. You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep that wretched on.
Imagine effortlessly mining Bitcoin with CT Pool. No more complicated setups to drain phone batteries.
What you got going, Blaze?
Hello? Ashton. How you doing? John Switek in Vegas. How you doing? Doing great. Enjoy the moment, man. We're about to make you a Raider. As Mel Davis would love me to say, welcome to the dark side, my friend.
Uh-huh.
Let's go, baby. All right, let's go. Need you to come and be great like you've been. I know you will be. Need you to be a leader. And enjoy the moment, enjoy the time with your family, okay? It's a special moment. And I got Coach Carroll here to hype you up a little bit. All right, you ready? Go on, I hope you're ready. Here he comes. All right, Ashley, congrats, man. Enjoy it.
Hey, you better be fired up. God, dog, man, this is so good. Congratulations, Ashton. We're proud to take you, proud to get you. This will be so much fun for you and for all of us. So, congrats to your family and everybody that's there at the party. Tell them that the Raiders are bringing you on in. So, the whole room is going crazy. Congrats, buddy.
With the sixth pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton Jeanty.
Let's go.
If I'm a defensive coordinator, JT, and I'm thinking about the Raiders, I'm thinking about, man, first, I'm going to stop this great tight end. Then you got to worry about the running game. So I think this is an outstanding pick. All the Raider Nation is really excited. That first pick means that, hey, we're going to be a ball control football team that uses play action. And that's right down the lane of Pete Carroll.
As they hope to get the most out of Geno Smith at quarterback, nothing like having a guy who averaged 7 yards a carry last year and carried the ball 374 times.
Gentlemen, could you both talk about what it was with Ashton that really stood out to you?
There's a lot of people to talk about, but one of those, he was
Get
I mean, you guys couldn't get on the ground. That skill to make a mess and bounce off tackles and push that person. He had marvelous talent in that regard. Is that unit?
They let him eat, and they did.
Get that guy, use that guy, he can change everything.
It's one of those deals where it meets the need and the best player team together. You kind of feel like that's a perfect storm at that point too. And it's just too much to report that. It's the perfect way for us this year.
Raiders.com is your home for all things silver and black. Our very own Paul Gutierrez breaks down the story behind Daniel Carson and Ashton Jeanty's number 2 jersey negotiations. You can read the full article at Raiders.com/more than a number. That's a good segue here as we are back. Live Raiders Media Day. Raiders Roundtable brought to you by America First Credit Union. Here he is, Ashton Jeanty, Raider Nation. Let's hear it. And Paul, I'm going to let you start with that article on the negotiation.
Yeah, it was a fun article to write and talk to Daniel about it. And Ashton, you had talked about it earlier too. What I thought was really cool about it was, when guys come in the league, they want to get the number they want. And I was here the day after you were drafted, and you're walking through, and none other than Marcus Allen.
Raiders.
So you're known for number 2. It's a family number. It's the day greatness was born, you said, December 2nd. But in order to get that number, you got to get in some negotiations with the guy that had it. This is not Daniel Carlson's first rodeo. He's had to sell that number before to Marcus Mariota. The big thing that they came up with, though, was that when he sold the number before, half of the proceeds for whatever that number was, that monetary figure, they donated to charity.
That's cool.
That's what you guys did again this time. I'm not going to ask you what the exact number was. We can all guess. But, I mean, just, Ashton, for you, how special was it not only to get the number, but to get in this community right away and make a donation and really integrate yourself in the community?
Yeah, very special opportunity. The number 2 means a lot to me, my family, and I know it meant a lot to him as well. So I'm just thankful that, he was, open to, sharing the number and, giving it to me, but also helping me get in the community as well. Another great opportunity, and, it's always a great thing to be able to pay it forward.
How does that conversation, did you approach him first personally? Did you have your reps? Did he say, What was that conversation?
Yeah, so as soon as I got drafted, I came out here, and then I was talking to the equipment guy, Bob, and I was like,
"Who's the greatest equipment guy?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Man, how do I get the number 2?" And he's like, "Well, somebody else got that right now, so you don't have to talk to him. I can't help you with that."
That's just like Bobby D. You got to talk to him.
Right. So he gave me his number. We got into contact and pretty much negotiated, and I mean, it wasn't too stressful at all. He kept it pretty simple, and it actually happened pretty fast.
Oh, cool.
Well, we talked to you first, right, when you came here that day. You're in the elevator with
Log dog, your boy Jesse,
You're in LA for the symposium. You come back here. The difference between rookie OTAs and then getting the veterans back, what was that like for you?
Yeah, I think just the speed, the level of play, the intensity, the urgency, right? Because these guys have been doing this some for years, 5 years, 6 years, right? In rookie minicamp, everybody's just kind of out there trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's also great, like in a learning experience, right? To get around these guys, like the ones who really do it, and to be able to learn from them and see their processes and how they come and attack the day.
The process is probably the thing that has to change more than anything else. Right? People physically, you are what you are, and you've done it, with your body type for years and years, right? But the process is a thing that has to change immediately if you're going to have success, right? So how has that process changed for you already?
Yeah, I think just from day to day, right? Our schedule and right, everybody has a routine. So the biggest thing I've been learning is, whatever your routine might have been, that's good, but it's got to change. You gotta add to it. You gotta make it even better. Every single day, right? Find out what works for you. Hey, what stretches do you do? What do you eat for breakfast? What time are you gonna come in the building every day? And actually, one really good thing that they did, our head of player engagement, he had a few of the vets come in and talk to us, and the biggest thing I got from them is that they stick to their routine every single day and they don't deviate from it.
Right. Yeah.
As a UNLV alum, Ashton, myself, I don't have to like what you did to my Rebels, but I got to respect it, right? Obviously, and now that you're a Raider here, you've played in Allegiant Stadium before. The difference is UNLV played on turf. They were, and the Raiders play on the grass field that comes in. Mountain West, I believe, is nothing but turf fields, right? So how does your game change? How do you adapt your game when you play on grass, or is that something you're going to have to find out?
I mean, first of all, we're on the same side now. So
yeah, you're right.
But I think in terms of just like we practice on grass, so it's definitely different when you're cutting and certain types of way. Like turf doesn't really have any give, whereas grass, like you might slip, different things if it's wet, weather, all that. But I wouldn't say it would so much, change my game. I think, the same thing remains consistent as what I do on the practice field would then translate to game day.
What are you learning from Raheem Mostert? He led the league, the entire league in touchdowns a few short years ago. Explosive player. What's it like having him in the running back room as a mentor, a veteran, and someone who's been down this road before?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, even beyond football, just in life, he's answered like all questions that I've had, even just giving me advice about different things. And I actually had met him before, even coming here. So just a great person, great guy to be around, and just great to have that vet presence in the running back room.
It seems like it's been a rebirth of the running back position in our league. It's always been one of the most important positions in college. But coming into this year, I think everyone looks at the position a little bit differently, right? And so has that put added pressure, I guess, on your class, your group of running backs?
I mean, you could look at it as pressure, but I just look at it, it's the way it's supposed to be, right? The legacy of the running back position is, runs way past before me and, the guys in my class. And we just want to add on to that and, keep the position going, trending upwards. So to me, it's really exciting to have that.
No pads, no hitting yet. Standing up, hands on the knees. I mean, what differences are you feeling out there right now?
I I would just say the biggest thing is the speed. Like everybody knows exactly what they're doing. Everybody's smarter, a little bit faster. So generally, making your reads, like you got to know exactly what you're doing because everything
It's like that.
if your eyes ain't in the right place, it's over with, you know. So that's really been the biggest thing, and then obviously the playbook's a little more lengthy than college, but you know, I feel like I've been picking it up really well.
Yeah, I'm just fascinated to see what Chip Kelly's going to have for you. I can't even imagine it.
Right.
We've been around the game a while, and the fans too. That all the different looks with you in a single back set, with going 4 wide. And we just talked to a couple of the receivers here, Dante and especially Jack. They want to block for you deep downfield. And you told EA and I when you got here that you look for contact downfield. You know the difference between a corner and a safety.
Right.
You remember that. Now you got these guys who are pretty oversized, blocking 20, 30 yards downfield. How excited are you for that?
Very excited, and you know, as a running back, you know, that makes me really excited because those are the touchdown blocks, right? Those blocks down the field, but also just having, you know, great teammates who aren't selfish, right? You know, receivers obviously they want the ball, but you know, to have guys out there that they're just excited to go block for you, I mean, that's amazing. That's a running back's dream, you know.
The touchdown blocks.
Exactly.
Have you taken the offensive lineman out for a meal yet?
No, I haven't, but I definitely will have to soon, you know.
Yeah, you
the clock is ticking.
The clock is ticking.
You just put the pressure on me. I got to.
You know, you were 1 pick away. I was backstage at the draft party with Chino, and Cleveland's on the clock. And you're a cold weather back, not from Boise, but you're a great back anywhere. You're 1 pick away from your life being completely different in any city there. You look back on that, and how grateful are you that Las Vegas was able to take you there at number 6 and someone didn't try to jump to get you?
I'm super grateful.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, you could have been anywhere else, but this is a great organization, great history. A lot of legends have come through here, great fan base. I mean, just great overall. So extremely grateful and, you know, blessed to have this opportunity.
Speaking of those legends, Ashton, the day your first visit here, the day after the draft, you're out here a couple yards away from us taking a picture with Fred Biletnikoff, Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl 11. Jim Plunkett, MVP, Super Bowl 15. Marcus Allen, MVP, Super Bowl 18. Marcus Allen looked over to me and he says, "Hey, this could be the 4th." You want to talk about the pressure of the situation? Or is that something that you just welcome?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Marcus Allen, man.
Yeah,
he's a great guy, but he putting the pressure on me already. Like, man, let me play my first game first.
It was a good photo. It was a good picture.
It was a good photo. But, yeah, just that presence of the alumni. But not only that, like, they're all, you know, legends of the game. You know, it's just great to have that. And, you know, that was an amazing moment. And especially a guy like Marcus Allen to, you know, hear him speak of me so highly. You know, that's just great.
Yeah, he said you had the speed of Barry and the power of Emmett. And if you talk about running backs, you don't have to put a last name to those.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you excited about this little break? It's not you'll be conditioning and all of that, but as a pro now, you're learning this is the last break before the really dog days of training camp.
Right.
What do you plan on doing and getting your family and everything set up here? What's that like?
Yeah, so, I mean, first of all, getting set up in my house, I got to get all my stuff in Texas, bring it back over here, and yeah, just training, you know, getting ready for training camp, and probably take a little vacation, little time off, you know, before it gets serious. Yeah,
for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing this. We really appreciate you.
Really appreciate you.
Let's hear it, everybody, for Ashton Jeanty, new running back for the Silver and Black. We're excited. More of our in-depth team coverage here as we are live from Raiders headquarters. It's Raiders Roundtable, brought to you by American First Credit Union.
Man, what y'all think, man?
Let's have a closer look.
Yeah, let's have a closer look.
Well, what y'all think so far, man?
niggas clowns. Pops told me stay focused, keep your head down. Focus on my music, chasing money, gotta get it now. Quiet fly nigga, always bout the bread. Down Sim in the booth, nigga spitting yoga flames. Got some big shit for the ops just to keep the range. And you don't wanna test me, bitch, I got the aim. Gotta thank Cuzzo J-Rock, always at the range. Ballin' like the old Allen, bitch, he got the game. I'm always in the hood, niggas know the name. When I lost my nigga Marcus, man, I felt the pain. Get justice for my nigga, yeah, we need that now. When I heard the news, I thought about my nigga Bags. Man, that shit the same time that my aunt just passed. My mind roaming crazy, gotta cop some gas. Yeah, smoke breathing through the pain. Keep my head down like some routine. You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep that ratchet on me, cause them niggas clowns. No, I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep the ratchet on me, cause them niggas clowns. You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know them feds around. Gotta keep that ratchet on me, cause them ops is clowns. You don't wanna die, so don't fuck around. Play your shit right and you gon' stick around.
What y'all think so far, man?
Aiming at your head, we ain't missing. Try to catch me lacking, nigga, is you kidding? Oh, you see me by my money, by my business. They be acting like some hoes, nigga, I ain't tripping. Let a nigga try me 5-piece with the biscuit. Bitch, nigga, don't risk it. I be on the grind over time for the ticket. Bitch, nigga, don't risk it. I be on the grind over time for that ticket. You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my
I love it. Matter of fact, I like to rock right off the second.
Back in Media Day with Raheem Mostert. And Raheem, I've covered you for so long in the NFL. It's great to see you in the silver and black when you put that on. Like, I feel a little bad now.
I'm not gonna lie, this colorway, I love it. It's nice, the silver and black. You know, I gotta get used to that. I gotta get used to silver and black because I made a mistake the first time. I said black and silver.
No, you can't. I did that too, and I was corrected very quick.
Yeah, I was over on social media, so I gotta be careful now. So silver and black, I'm learning, but I love the colorway. I love this whole place, man. It's honestly a pleasure to be here.
And you get reunited with Chip Kelly. What a full circle moment. 11 years in the NFL, and you first are drafted to the Eagles, and you play under Chip Kelly. What can you tell us about him as a coach and a coordinator?
Yeah, you know, obviously I've spent a lot of time away from him, but we've always stayed in contact, even when he was in UCLA. And we would have practices out there, and we just reconnected. You know, just over time, we just had that bond, that relationship, and he understands the type of player that I am, and especially coming into this situation, he knows that, you're going to get a guy that's a high caliber player, respectful, a guy that's going to work his tail off and put his life on the line for his teammates. And he would stand really, and even with, we're both in the same system, so we have a great relationship. He challenges me every day, and he knows that I'm a step up to the challenge.
Trying to think back to the teams. Was Shady McCoy on the team at that time?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, because I'm thinking you're now a veteran, and you've got somebody like Ashton Jeanty coming in. So that relationship of being able to, he's probably picking your brain a little bit. What is your first reactions of Ashton as a rookie?
Well, honestly, we met in New Orleans. We both have the same marketing agency, and so we got a chance to meet each other at the team party, the marketing party, and it was cool. Man, just kind of sitting down, talking to him about what to expect. Him being the first rounder, and everything that goes with it. But also, come in and work hard no matter what. Keep doing what you've been doing, and he understood that. And especially now with the rookies here. We got a chance to see them, practice with them, hang out with them.
be in the meeting room with him. And he's just soaking up every information that he possibly can. I told him early on, hey, you got to be a sponge, and that's the best way you could go out there and perform at a high level. And that's what he's been able to do thus far.
Give Raider Nation a little glimpse of, without giving the playbook, of how we're going to see that 1-2 punch to really bring a Chip Kelly offense who loves to run the ball to life.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I try to tell everybody that, like, hey, how's Ashton? Your chemistry gonna be? And I say, hey, look, he's gonna take majority of the reps. That's fine with me because he's a younger guy. He's a first rounder. I'm a little bit older, but at the same time, I know my place. I know where I stand. And I just want to make impact as best as I possibly can. We're both going to do that. We're going to fly around. We're going to have fun, and they're going to put us in a position. Chip's going to do a great job putting us in a position to succeed. And that's up to us if we want to accept that challenge or not.
And Raider Nation, one thing you don't know about this man, he was offered a contract by Billabong at 14 to be a pro surfer. Why not go into that? That seems pretty cool.
I wanted the educational side. I could have traveled the world and learned, different cultures, but coming from my background, I wanted to be the first person to graduate in my family, and I was able to do that. So
instead of shredding in Australia or something, you just decided you were going to actually get educated. I like that.
Yeah, my dream. But hey, put me in this position. I'm here at the Raider Nation.
Ended up in the NFL with a brilliant career. Hey, thanks so much for joining us. Welcome to Raider Nation, and we're excited to see what you do here in your life.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, let's go.
We're gonna go surfing, and we longboard, so we're both gonna longboard.
Longboard, sir.
In Vegas somewhere. We'll find it. There we go. Back to you guys.
Another fabulous interview from Amber. Makes it in. Yes, she is. It's great to have her here. Welcome back, everybody. We got Raider fans in attendance. Paul Gutierrez, Eric Allen, JT. Yes, as we continue on. Raiders Media Day, special edition of Raiders Roundtable, brought to you by America First Credit Union. All the big guns have come by already. We have several more interviews lined up. Now, EA, when I look at the young players on this team, I just feel like it's different. There's always a good draft class. There's always that first round pick, but I'm just sensing that the level of playmakers up and down this draft class are going to be really important to the resurgence of the Raiders.
I think that's a really important point. Coming off of a couple of players we had last year who were really just spectacular for this football team. It just goes to show you that drafting this last couple of years, we have some playmakers, and hopefully this draft class will have the opportunity to get on the football field and really kind of show, what they are and who they're capable of becoming, because that first year is always, unless you're Doug Bowers, that first year is always, it takes you maybe 3 or 4 weeks to kind of get accustomed to the playing style, the speed, processing information. But I think JP and Brock really kind of set the bar really high when these guys are coming in this year.
Well, Adam Butler's going to join us next. I wanted to get your opinion before we sit down on the depth of this defensive front, because Christian Wilkins going through what he's going through. We talked to Max, Malcolm Jones, Tyree Wilson is there, and there are a lot of players here that are going to have an opportunity to have an impact. And Adam's one of them coming up for us.
Yeah, when you talk about Adam Butler, he's probably, if Jacoby Myers is the most underrated player, this guy might be underrated player 1.5 now, because he's a pass rushing specialist from the interior. And he gets home quite a bit, and when I'm covering the game, I always have fun throwing gifts out there. So whenever he gets a sack, I always throw the gift out of the Butler did it. And people know exactly who I'm talking about, because he's just one of those unassuming guys that you don't want to meet in the dark alley anyway. Right. And if you're an offensive lineman, you don't want to meet him in the trenches, but he gets through it. He's just really, for lack of a better term, underrated, but he's very important for what this defensive line wants to do, especially on the interior.
Yeah, I thought he took huge leaps last year in the run game. And that started off maybe the first week of pad practices. And he came through the line. I think he laid one of the offensive linemen, had a tag off for a loss. But I thought all year long, when he had his opportunities, he made plays not only in the passing game, but did a really good job in the running game.
Every offseason, I chart who has left and then who's coming in. And I also have charts going back to new regimes. So I have a few of those. So who are the new coaches who said, I don't need that player, but I want that player. I'm bringing him back, and they got to sign him. So a lot of times you say, oh, we got this guy's under contract for 2 more years. We'll see what he can do. But then when you start these signing players, Paul, and looking at, you got to feel the football team. The machine can only bring in so many their players. I think that's important looking at who's going to be here considering where they were a couple seasons ago.
We'll go back to what we talked about when we came back from the break. The type of player that they drafted. You can look, and they all have that same blueprint, that same DNA, the type of player they drafted. They all look the same. They feel the same. They're playing different positions, obviously, but the mentality is there. And the guys that they choose to keep from the previous teams, the previous regimes, they have to fit that same kind of blueprint to a degree, but they also have to have produced to deserve to come back. And Adam Butler, to me, kind of fits that to a T.
What do you think of Tyree Wilson, what he has to do this year?
Well, we all know this is a huge year for him. I think the philosophy of this defense may change, even though we have the same coordinator. I think it'll be more back end to middle heavy as far as responsibility. Not like it has been the last couple of years. We were so dependent upon those front four, front five guys. But he has to find a way to be an impact player on this football team. And I'm not saying he has to have double-digit sacks, but if we can kind of utilize him in that NASCAR package where he's that defensive tackle, rushing the passer, he needs to develop like a move and then a counter off that. So all those things right now are in year 3 with Tyree are extremely important. Kind of finding himself, finding his dominant move, finding that 1-2 punch for him, but being able to be on the football field at meaningful times, making meaningful plays for the football team.
Well, let me jump in and segue to the linebackers. Your Spillane's a big loss. He was a good player. Yeah. And he was the Raider. He really loved being here. But, wow, when that gauntlet opened up for free agency, I mean, was it minutes? Seconds, he was gone. And Trayvon Merrick, and you know that. If you're going to get an offer you can't refuse, as we say, you're going to take it there. But losing a player like that and a leader who they brought in, how do you see that group?
Yeah, again, it's the same thing, right? They have to fit what the new regime wants. And of course, Spillane, he was a guy that really earned what he got in leaving in terms of the contract. With Landon Robertson, Devin White, you got guys that are the quintessential team leaders, team captain type guys. And just in talking with Landon last week, you just felt that coming off him. Again, a kind of an unassuming guy. You don't look at him and say, this is a linebacker, this is the guy that's going to go. But the mental game that he plays and everything that he was talking about in terms of being in the middle of the defense, whether he's wearing the green dot or not, that's the guy that's the quarterback of the defense, middle linebacker. And the fact that they have this continuity, not just in the players that are coming back, but mostly in the scheme and or the coordinator who's making the calls. With Patrick Graham coming back, yeah, we understand that it's Pete Carroll and he's a defensive line coach, but at least there's that. What I did find interesting, though, with Patrick Graham last week was that he said, yeah, there's continuity and it's nice and everything, but every season is a new season for itself. They're constantly hitting refresh. So what happened last year doesn't really matter. It doesn't really have that big of an effect other than the experiences they bring to the table.
Yeah, I think that's the most important room, just my perspective of this competition thing that we see all over the building, because there are some good players there, but on paper, not elite. White was an elite player for a short period of time, and now being 100% healthy, hopefully he can get there. But I have a feeling someone's going to pop in that group. Just Pete Carroll will stay on the team.
It has to. At this point, that spot in the middle of the football field, it's connecting the back end to the front end. So automatically, you're a leader. You have to be able to really have discipline about you, great preparer, understanding kind of what the offense is trying to do. But more than that, in this defense, I think you have to be a guy who has to be on the field all the time. Like first down, second down, third down, there's no weaknesses in your game. You may not be great at one thing, but you have to be really good at a bunch of things. Being able to communicate on the run, being able to follow the running back if he goes to empty and bounces out to the outside. Yes, you got to go out there and cover that guy. You got to be able to drop it up in the field for playing tandem too, something like that. So the one thing that I think is going to really help this club, though, is those two main guys in the middle. Even if they didn't perform well in the Super Bowl, they went on the whole journey. So they were there from training camp, media day, all the way until the end of the season, hoisting that trophy. That means a lot.
Amber, she has Trey Tucker with her.
Making a day with Trey Tucker now entering his third year with the Raiders. And Trey, I do appreciate what does in a day. You're sure all of this again. We really appreciate the effort. Thanks for being here. Are you excited just to see everybody in the media and do all this again?
Flying by this third
seeing everybody down here, same Florida goods. So I'm always cool talking to people and shoot some shots.
How different is it in year 3? Because I feel like year 1 is a whirlwind. Year 2, you go, okay, I think I got it. And then year 3, what's your mindset?
It's almost to the point where it's like you got everything down. Like there's really no codes. You know what to expect. You know what to expect from you. How to operate. Stuff like that. So for me, that's always been like something to want to grow into kind of the okay, you got it. Just continue to keep doing that year after year.
What do you know about Chip Kelly's offense? I know it's very early and you guys are just getting acquainted, that you think, well, I could really take advantage of this offensive line that's had a lot of success in different aspects of this game.
It's very fun, very exciting, and very explosive. That's really great. Chip Kelly offense. I mean, you know, throughout all the OTAs and different stuff like that, it's a great battle with us in the defense. You know, we've been getting them, they've been getting them. But, you know, I've known Chip Kelly forever back to Oregon. You know, they had those guys, so you know, I'm very excited. I'm glad he's starting to see.
Explosive. So if only he had a guy that ran a what for? 4.340 that might be useful in that.
We have a lot of speed on the offense. I know for me, we got to admire it. It's like, you'll be very fun. You know that we use it the right way. All those things. Like I said, it's very evident from all the OTAs. You're getting the defense. You ask them. I think we're up a few points, but it's just been great. He's very smart. It's just very, very, very creative. So very excited for the year.
Do you feel like, especially with a guy like Brock Bowers getting so much attention, he will from defenses, no doubt, this year, and then you've got Jacoby Myers, a veteran, who obviously people double
I ain't gonna lie, Trey Taylor look like he put on some muscle.
Opportunities for you.
1,000%. I mean, like you said, Brock's one of the best in the league. So is Jacoby, and those guys work parts of the field that they're definitely the defense will be aware of. So for me, be able to be part of the field is very crucial, and it's very exciting. Because, I'm pretty sure I get this. For a guy like me to speed, that's why you can train.
What have you seen from some of the young guys? And I know Pete Carroll says we create a competitive environment, but that wide receiver looks exciting right now with this young draft pick.
Really, really excited. I mean, Jack and Dante, I mean, first to start off, they're phenomenal. That's what you always look for, especially as you get older. They're willing, they work hard. The physical part, that'll be in there. Obviously, they got drafted and pick those guys. Tommy is one big quarterback to receiver. That blows my mind. I mean, he's handling really well. You couldn't even tell, honestly. So all three of those guys, phenomenal people. Dante, you know, he's 6'5", 4'3". Jack's just as tough as they come. Tommy's just as hard and resilient as they come. So that's a great job for guys upstairs getting those guys. Phenomenal people. I think they're going to be good leaders as well.
You ever argue with Dante? Like, it's much harder to run a 4.3 when you have a shorter stride. So I'm technically faster.
See,
he's 6'5", right? How tall are you?
5'9".
See, I think that you could argue that you're fast.
100%. You know what I mean? Like I was telling him, he's faster. At the end of the day, you know, for me, it's like, I asked him to run track, you know, I ran track. Well, I did. Just look at the resume and all that stuff. So, but definitely good to have another guy to run like that. It just makes everything like that. You know, he'll say he's faster. I'll say I'm faster. So I'll say, you know, so it's all great. And he's gonna be really good first.
It's an exciting year for the Raiders offense. Can't wait to see what you do out there in year 3.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Back to you guys.
How about that? We said there'd be some competition.
We have some room out here. I mean, what better way to get who's faster than or 40? Let's go.
I'm going to do that today before training.
Like right now, today. Let's go.
You got a good point about it being shorter.
Yeah, there's 5 guys.
Well, there's 2 really big, deep threats, and the only way a deep threat can get open is to have help from the offensive line. I think that's critical here. Everybody talks about Gino Paul's doing it great. But to run those routes, you need time.
You need time for those routes to develop. Because you're not just throwing it up. You're throwing it through a space. You need the time for the play to develop. And you need intermediate targets too. That's what the Brock Bowers and the Michael Mayers, they come in, or Ashton Genty out on a swing pass on. All of those things come together. So when you've got 2 guys that can run a 4.3 40, that, I don't know if that's unheard of, but at least here, I know even back when you were with the Raiders, you had Jerry Rice and Tim Brown. Those guys weren't
route running.
They were the route running. They weren't burners. I mean, who else could you see something, a team having two burners like that?
Very rarely do you see a team that has two guys who are, capable of beating you over top. But you are correct as far as the offensive line is the key issue here. You have to find a way to have some protection to be able to run the ball and be effective, to put yourself in situations where you can take advantage of the deep ball because everyone's crowded up at the line of scrimmage. So that's the one thing that I think ties all this in together. You can have all these great weapons and players, but if you don't have that consistency at the offensive line, it's basically all for naught. So that's the one critical area that this team needs to get early on in the year.
Well, Todd Christensen, who you remember back in the day and you watched him play, I look at Brock with wide receiver numbers. We were fortunate to have Darren Waller put up wide receiver numbers when he was at his absolute peak here. It's interesting, Paul, when you look at the numbers and do the math and just see who's getting all the yardage and receptions there. I look at Brock like a wide receiver. He's productive like a wide receiver. That would be nice if one of these other tight ends or another receiver in that big group gets 40 to 45, maybe 600 yards or 500 yards. Somewhere you say to yourself at the end of the year, man, look at Jack Bash. Look what Dante did. Look at the numbers. Because Brock did that, and these guys are coming in with Brock being double team. I just don't know which one of them's going to have that year.
Well, not only that, but you got the guy that's the possession receiver. Then you're talking about having a possession guy that's going to help out the speed guy going downfield. And again, I keep going back to the history of the team, right? I mean, you're talking now about Fred Biletnikoff being the possession guy and Cliff Branch being the burner going downfield. And where are they both? They're both in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So, I'm not trying to raise a bar here for anybody to do this, but it's interesting that with this team, it is always in the DNA. Yeah. And you're a part of that, and you saw that, and you went against that in practice every day. So to have those two guys doing that, and Brock Bowers putting up receiver-type numbers, there's almost like an embarrassment of riches on paper. Does that translate? We're going to find out.
But you guys are right. But both those players, and in my time, it was all based off the running game, though. All based. So you had Marcus Allen and the teams that we had Wheatley, we had Crockett, we had Napoleon. We had so many guys who ran the ball effectively in that humongous offensive line. And we were able to capitalize off that because that was the meat and bones of our football team.
Well, the team that you played on before you retired, that was an elite offensive line. Yeah, there were a couple of unsung guys, but when you looked at Barrett at his prime and Lincoln Kennedy and Mo and Frank, those were upper tier offensive linemen. I don't know where the team stands now with the level. I know the upside, the ceiling for JPJ is an all-pro. We know what Colton can do, and I'm just wondering, one or two of those other offensive linemen got to emerge. I'm going to go back to you with the safety and the depth of the safety position now. Very important because a lot of people tied Pete Carroll into the Legion of Boom and who we had on the back end, and some of them weren't household names when they got to Seattle, but they sure left that way.
Right, for sure. So we think about the Legion of Boom, and we always think about the corners of Richard Sherman. Cam Chancellor was really the heart of that defense because he was a versatile player. He played in the middle of the football field. So he took all those crossing routes, tight ends, catching the ball. He put a stamp on those guys. And he really did an amazing job of being able to kind of juggle between a man guy with some of the bigger tight ends and then a zone guy if you have like a smaller, quicker inside guy. So I think this defense here is a lot like that. I think Jeremy Chin's going to be able to play at all three levels. Like we just talked to John earlier, talked about playing a big nickel. So he's going to be that Sam linebacker a little bit, but he has the athleticism, the skill set, the processing to be able to walk up on the line of scrimmage, blitz. We've seen him be in the middle of the football field like a linebacker covering the running back. And then, of course, being able to be over top, picking the ball off as that lone safety. So I think he's the starter where you start in that safety room. And I think Isaiah just has the ceiling really is unlimited with that young guy.
He's going to play at a high level because he's going to play.
Yes,
and we're penciling him in as a starter. And Paul, with the hat you're wearing now here in houseofraiders.com, you think there is, I don't want to say truth to the rumor, but the Raiders have money to spend. And there's going to be some good corners being released. We saw one today from the Packers. I mean, there is money. There's availability. Jalen Ramsey's out there. His price is pretty high, and there's no way around that number. What do you think the Raiders are thinking when it comes to the money they still have left to improve the team?
It all comes down to fit.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go out there, as we've been talking all day now, it's about the culture that they've built here. And it's only been a few months, but you can feel the culture shift. You can go grab somebody, but if they're going to come in here and wreck what they've already kind of built in these players, why would you want to go get somebody like that? I'm actually more intrigued by somebody like a Chris Smith II, Trey Taylor, especially Trey Taylor. This guy that was the best college safety 2 years ago, and he started last year injured. So there's a lot of intriguing options in-house. But yeah, if you think you can make your team better and they're a culture fit, absolutely go and do it.
When we come back, we have some more interviews coming up. Amber's out here roaming, getting great content for us. We want to thank everyone who's watching on YouTube, and got a lot of fans here who are excited about it. We're excited to see them here.
Can I get some help?
Guys, white, not blue.
Try to catch me like a nigga, is you kidding? Oh, you see me by my money, by my business.
Breaking news right now, and no, it's not a drill. Just moments ago, the Seattle Seahawks agreed to move the Las Vegas Raiders.
He was above all an accurate thrower. It's not surprising to me that if Hero wanted to unite with him, so and 100% signed off on the deal.
Fans can expect studious quality. I'm wrong. Top of my game.
Do not pay your next car insurance bill. RIP.
We smoking, you know what I mean? Gang green shit, you know what I mean? Let's get it.
Now from the 5, play fake, go back in the air, reaching up, is it a touchdown? Yes!
150 shit, nigga. You know I'm chasing.
I'm gonna make sure everyone is maximizing whether it's our offense or defense. Whatever I needed to do to help them.
You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the
Let's go!
Just being around Coach Carroll, like he said, that energy is great. You're gonna get excited. You're gonna fan for these things. Concentrated.
Back here at Raiders Media Day with one of the new members of the Raiders roster, Darian Porter, who was a third-round pick out of Iowa State cornerback. Actually, you weren't always a quarterback. Tell me about the transition.
Yeah, so I really played my first 3 years at wide receiver before finished up my career as a defensive back. Kind of needed help in the secondary, and our head coach, thought I could make that transition, and obviously it ended up working out for both of us. So.
What was the biggest difference, other than one of your running back was the other one you're running forward?
Yeah, that's definitely one of them. But really, just kind of because I never really played. I was always a receiver in high school, and so just a little bit of a learning curve there. But once I figured it out, I'm still learning, but got my feet wet and was able to do what I could.
helpful is it to have some real veteran coaches as position coaches? A guy like Joe Weston was the defensive coordinator, and Marcus Robertson as well. Have you had a lot of fun interacting and learning from them?
Absolutely. It's been a lot of fun to learn, this past month, and I think even just what I've been here, I've already seen great growth and become a better player, because you have those coaches like Coach Rob, Coach Woods, and then obviously Coach Carroll, who's something in the defensive back room. So it's a lot of great coaches to learn under.
We heard Patrick Graham in a quote say that the thing about you that really stands
I'm about
out
to
is
hop
your
off,
ability
y'all,
to
because I
correct
gotta get some
mistakes. So
sleep.
where does that coachability come from?
And we can talk about this whole thing later on show. I'll probably be on in a few hours. I'll get some sleep, then hop back on and stuff. So with that being said, y'all know what it is. Your Raiders going to sleep. I'll let y'all.